Can we start?
Yes.
All right. A very, very good evening to everyone who has joined us and are yet to join. Welcome to Aapki baat, Sabke saath. Myself, Forum Soni. I represent my brand, House of Website. We are a premium web design studio. We cater to all kinds of websites for businesses with small and mid scale. We create websites that we think you need and works for you. If you are not on the internet, you are not on the internet. Today, we have our very amazing and special guest today. Before we ask him to introduce himself, I would want to describe him in some few lines. Our country is the cataract capital of the world. There are millions in India suffering from eye disorder, vision impairment, and need, of course, good treatment. Did you know that the Indian markets account for about 1% of the world's consumption of eyewear products? There are many children suffering from blindness, and all we need is a good eye care. Our speaker for today is a person who has the vision to see this issue growing, look into it eye to eye, and come up with a very rock solution. He has spent about 2 decades educating people about the protection of eyesight, and has done his considerable part in providing precision optic solution to every client. Although he is just a retailer of optic solution, he takes pride in his approach to counsel his sales client. Please welcome our speaker for today, Amar J. Shah, who has taken up a full win in his business life from wholesale to only retailer to both wholesale and retail. Welcome Amar J. Shah to Aapki baat, Sabke saath.
Thank you, Forum. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. So it's a great pleasure to be here and having a Aapki baat. It is in fact Sabki baat with you. Thanks, Forum, for inviting me. Thank you.
Thanks for joining in and sparing our time for this amazing interview. So before I start, I have the first question for you, Amar. And my first question is, can you please tell us your journey with Eye to Eye? How you started, the kind of hardships you have, and how you've come so long, crossing 2 decades in this business?
So it's been 22 years now I've been into the business. So definitely I started my career after the graduation in 2001. I joined this business. So this is basically a family run business. So my brother, my elder brother, and my dad is into this business. And we were basically manufacturer and trader when we started the business, when I joined the business. So I basically started as a manufacturing and a trading. We have a private label, which we are selling. It's still on this current date also. So this was the idea when I joined. But since being the youngest in the family, I always wanted to do something new and different. So in 2005, I decided to start a venture in a retail thing. So Eye to Eye Opticians started its retail venture in 2005, and that was headed by me. And genuinely speaking, I was a typical wholesale or a trading guy. I started a retail. So retail करना इतना easy नहीं है. Definitely after coming into the business, I realized. तो पहले 6-8 महीने हमारे ऐसे थे कि I was literally like कि क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ. It's such a technical thing to be understood and all those things. So थोड़ा सा पहले 6 महीना was very difficult. I used to take long time, long process to initiate the orders, to understand things and all those things. But as you know, business teaches you business. Simple as that. धंधा धंधे को सिखाता है. And I started learning. There were few mentors of mine from the same industry who was helping me. My two good friends who was helping me every time. And I came up with this thing. From next 3 years was little difficult. From 2008, I was into it. And 2010, we started one more store, which is Eye to Eye only in the same Malad area. In 2015, we started one more store, which is sunglass. So we came up with an exclusive sunglass store. So you would be seeing that the graph is going like this, but aisa nahi hai, it's always like this, zigzag. So in 2015, we came here, but in 2019, we have to take a step back. So definitely, we closed down one of our stores in 2019. Then thanks to pandemic, I closed down my sunglass exclusive store also. And that was a very rough time from 2018, half or 19, maybe you can say, till 2021, maybe 2020, not one also. 20, we had a very rough time and all those things. But in 2020, we thought of coming back. There was a restart button which was actually applied on us. And we revamped our entire showroom. We came up with a good, nice, decent showroom of our own, and we revamped everything. We changed our logo bit, a bit of changes in logo, a bit of changes in the design of my store and everything. So now we are under one, catering everything at one time and this thing. But definitely it was not a smooth journey, we can say, but everybody struggles. It's not only me. सबके life में struggle होता है. तो zigzag था मेरा life. आपको ऐसा दिखता है, but it was like this. But yeah, it was a good journey. I had 22 years. It's a lot big of time and an experience what I have now, and I'm into it now. You can tell me as I'm a pro optician, and I deal with a good eye care.
Definitely. It looks like a very, of course, like a very zigzag and a very adventurous journey that you have, of course, from 3 stores to one, and now one good store with a good rebranding. And of course, what I see here is more of patience that you've had since 2 decades now. And I think patience is the key to any business. And I think since it was patience and everything now looks so good. And Amar, why would you say why eye to air? If somebody will ask you why eye to eye, what would be your answer for that?
So why eye to eye is simple. The name eye to eye itself suggests that how we are into it, into the business. We have related the business with the name and everything. So why eye to eye is simple. When you come to eye to eye, you get entire range, entire product range. You get entire complete eyewear solution, which is required for you to have a good pair of spectacles or maybe a sunglass or any vision correction which is needed at that moment through eyewear. So it is an eye to eye. We've been the oldest in the area, and we've been technically updated every time. We have our core USPs, which is like, so I believe in wide range. So what range we have a products right from a small baby born to a dying person. So I have entire range of products. That is why you have to come to eye to eye. We have a wide range in terms of what we call the products line in terms of glasses and contact lenses also. That is very helpful. We are technically updated. When I say technically updated, we have all kinds of info from all the manufacturing companies, which is new. There are some R&D departments which keeps on giving info every now and then. फिर मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट आदमी का कैसा होता है, सो यू बाय अ प्रोडक्ट अगर मैं बोलूँ आपको, सिंस यू गो टू सम एनी अदर गुड स्टोर एंड वेयर यू फील के वो आज नहीं 2 दिन के बाद डिलीवरी टाइम फ्रेम है उसका, when I tell you के so you are waiting for that 2-3 days or 4 days कि कब आएगा, when I have ordered something new, I have ordered something new. तो जब आता है तो हमारे में भी ऐसा, it's not anything on the counter, over the counter. There are few products which is to be customized, made and everything. तो वो जो टाइमली डिलीवरी है या बिफोर द टाइम डिलीवरी है, दैट एक्साइट मी मोर. दिस इज नॉट मी व्हिच आई हैव टोल्ड, दिस आर द कस्टमर्स हु कीप्स एंड टेलिंग मी के आपका डिलीवरी शेड्यूल इज क्वाइट गुड एंड बिफोर टाइम आपका डिलीवरी होता है. सो वी हैव टेकन दैट एज अ core USP also, that will give you what has been delivered on the time what we have committed to you. So these are the few aspects. We have machineries, latest machinery. We have an entire eye care solution for the eye testing, what is required for power. So whatever an optician is needed to a best level, we have, right from the products, right from the knowledge, right from the instruments, what we use, everything. So this is one thing. And the most important thing, we are genuine and authenticity, what we call. The products are genuine. Authenticity will give you what we say. That is, it's been tried and tested. If any of my viewer is watching also, my client is watching, he can vouch on that, because we are something what we believe, we tell us ourselves uncommon opticians because of all these reasons. We don't tell it ourselves uncommon optician because just we are having a good store or maybe we are dressed up differently. It's not that way. It's the style what we work is not common style. It's just a little bit offbeat. So you can say me why eye to eye.
As like a one-stop store. If anybody is looking for an eye care or good eyesight or sunglasses or spectacles, I think eye to eye is that one-stop solution for everything that one would require. Also, Amar, we spoke about the pandemic. You were highlighting how the pandemic has been a bit more difficult for you and also for a lot of retail store owners, right? Because there has been a shift from the offline medium of marketing to the online medium now. Okay, so what would be your views in terms of the transition of the offline medium in terms of marketing to the online? Okay, and of course, I'm sure a lot of business has been affected. Has your business has been affected with this pandemic from offline to online? And if yes, then how?
Okay, so you have in this, I find three questions, so I'll answer it one by one. So first, I consider this online and offline. So definitely, online is something which is penetrating in India thanks to all the telecommunication companies giving good internet connection, and it has been penetrated in remote areas also nowadays. So definitely, online is there. Online is growing. Online is going to be there. So we cannot deny online. बट इट कैन नॉट बी हेल्पफुल इन ऑल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ योर लाइफ. आप सब कुछ ऑनलाइन नहीं कर सकते हो. कुछ चीजें ऐसी है जो ऑनलाइन नहीं, आपको ऑफलाइन जरूरत है. यू नीड दोस पीपल. तो उसमें ऐसा होता है. सो व्हेन आई से इफ यू वांट टू बाय अ पैक प्रोडक्ट, इफ यू वांट टू बाय निविया का क्रीम, यू विल गो एंड बाय इट ऑनलाइन इररिस्पेक्टिव वेयर इज इट. इंडिया में ऑनलाइन, so I come to the Indian online. What I understand is, it's not the statistic, it's just my opinion or my view. इंडिया में ऑनलाइन एक बेंचमार्क बना दिया है. किसी चीज को प्राइस देखना है कि ये प्राइस का है या नहीं. Okay, so if I tell you an X thing, कि supposingly ये पेन इतने रुपए का है, so you will check which brand is this and all those things, and then you go and see on the price. If it's lesser the price, you will always tell me कि ये price पे तो online मिल रहा है, why not you are selling and all those. So that's a benchmark. People don't buy it for the convenience point. There are only few amount of people who buy it conveniently. They buy it because of the convenience. That's it. There is no other reason. So that I would be hardly 10-15% what I believe. लेकिन सारे सब price conscious के point of view से लेते हैं. So there are two people who are doing this thing, and online, I feel it's not a threat as of now to us, or maybe it will be not a threat for us in future also, because our product is something which is being, it's something like you have to touch, you have to feel, you have to understand before buying the product. It's nothing like that off shelf you can go and buy the product. I'm sure none of the eyewear wearers will have the 100% knowledge. It's not possible. I cannot have a better knowledge of website than you, right? It obviously you'll have a better knowledge. I can study everything whatever I want to do on online and everything, but I cannot make a good website like you. So same way, you cannot make a good glasses unless you have any consultant with you. So definitely it's something where a counseling is required. It's something where people need you. So this is how it is. So when I say why it is not a threat to me, so I'll give you a simple story. I have a very good story for this, and it's a recent time story. ऐसा भी नहीं है. Pandemic में, genuinely speaking, I had a very good business. People used to call me, "Okay, boss," because in pandemic, I will tell you, the national lockdown, during the national lockdown, even the courier guys were not allowed, and our services were not into the essential initially. Okay, so it was helpless. But we being into a locally connected to all our clients. They had all our mobile numbers. We have a store info number, which was along with me, personally with me. And I used to cater at that time on emergency basis to them. So that is what, in fact, it has helped me. The people buying online also came to me at that moment. Now, when I say in the current scenario or the maybe coming week, so I'll give you a simple small story. We'll be a little quick about it. So I had a client who had visited me in 2014. Okay. He that was his last visit, and after this 6-8 years he's here back with me, and he made classes with me. Okay, I'll just tell you how the story has been narrated in a very simple, एक थोड़ा सा picture जैसा लगेगा आपको. But this was done at the time of the delivery. He told me the entire concept why he came back, because at last I asked, sir, where were you for 8 years and why didn't you came back to us and you had a good info. So what happened is, this was a customer. So he's a good, genuine guy. He's almost around 44, 45. So, and so he's quite young. It's not that कि उसको कुछ पता नहीं है world में क्या चल रहा है. And he was a tech savvy guy. He was like कि सब कुछ है. A simple guy, a simple living, high thinking वाला बंदा था ये. इस इनकी choice simple थी. ऐसा भी नहीं था कि बहुत fancy stuff चाहिए था and all those things. So nowadays you have this .coms online where people give you the entire virtual view, how the frame looks on you, how are you looking with the frame, what color will look nice, and all this fancy stuffs are there. Definitely, it's a good thing. Even somebody wants to understand how the shape will look, that's a good thing. So he was very convinced with that thing. He was like, oh wow, the price point of view was also good for him. He was okay with the price. He had a prescription with him, doctor prescription, so he never needed an eye test for it. So he had a latest prescription, he had everything, all the data was there according to it. And then he uh, was trying to place an order on the online. So when he was placing the order, after deciding, he was not sure about the glasses what he should take. So what he did is he searched something. So this .com company, now they have their offline stores also. Okay, and it was nearby to his vicinity, so he visited that thing. So he's a Bombay guy, apne वहाँ भी है, तो जाके देख के आया, and he was like, when he went to the store was also good, very good store. Nothing about it. के store ऐसा था, people were good, dressed nicely, neatly dressed, everything. So what the एक store को होना चाहिए वैसा एक store था, ठीक है. And he was impressed about all those parts. So he had in back of mind 2014 में एक eye to eye का experience for sure. In between he has made somewhere or not, I don't know. But he had an experience of 2014, and according to him, he has not made anything. That is what I understand. तो मैंने बोला ठीक है, उन्होंने करा सब कुछ. He was like okay. When he went to the store, he had more options. He was like, but when it came to the glasses and when it came to the proper thing where he is supposed to see, तब उन्होंने बोला कि मेरे को कुछ ये XYZ ब्रांड चाहिए. They were like कि हमारे पास ये XYZ ब्रांड नहीं है सर, हमारे पास हमारा प्राइवेट लेबल है, हम आपको वो देंगे. He was like कि भले आपका प्राइवेट लेबल तो अच्छा होएगा, I don't care, but these are the worldwide brands which make good glasses. They are the good lens manufacturer. So I want these people. So he was like कि नहीं इनके पास ये नहीं है. So he thought, he started having a second thought. तो उन्होंने एक बैक स्टेप लिया कि भाई ठीक है, the budget and everything was well maintained. He got what he wanted at his price and everything. But he was price conscious because he was comparing things online and all those things. Because when he came, he was asking me with a certain things. So जब वो वहां पे गए तो he stepped back कि भाई नहीं, I need something. Second thing, when it came to the technicality, when he asked something to that person, so he was not that convincingly making him understand that कि क्यों आपको ये लेना चाहिए, what is the reason of you buying this. Okay, so he was like, let me check to my optician which I used to go. So he came to me, he made glasses and everything. So when he told me the story, I asked him one question, sir, so what made you come here again? Everything was good till as far as जब तक पिक्चर चल रहा था एकदम सही था, अचानक क्लाइमेक्स में आपको प्रॉब्लम कहाँ होगी? What was the reason? Then he told me about all these things. He told me 3 to 4 things. He told me that first thing, you showed me the entire product, what is there with you, and I have to select from that product, and all those products are something which are international products. Okay, this is something international, Indian sub had domestic, international, everything was there. So as I said, my one of the USPs, wide range of products. So we are not bound to sell only one product with one company and everything. We sell whichever is good for this thing. For example, you will buy a good, if you want a Sony ka TV, you will buy Sony ka TV. Okay, but if Sony will come with a washing machine, you will still prefer Whirlpool. I'm just telling you, the companies which make कि O general का AC लिया जा सकता है, O general की दूसरी चीज नहीं ली जा सकती. So I have to give you everything. I have to give you a whole bucket कि आप इसमें से कुछ select करो. So this is the entire thing. End में उसने क्या करा मेरे साथ? He was like कि सर आपका एक तो मेरे को अपने product बताया. Secondly, everything you had, what they have. In fact, you had something more also to offer me in that particular range. तो उनका एक X range था. अगर वहां पे उन्होंने 25 पीस देखे होंगे तो मेरे पास यहाँ पे उन्होंने 100 SKUs देखा है. So he was very much convinced with the price point of view. Secondly, when he compared the price also, we were maybe 15-20% lesser than that. And most importantly, his turning back was, he told me कि उन्होंने मेरे को बोला सर 5 से 7 दिन लगेगा, और मैंने उनको बोला सर मेरे को 2 वर्किंग डेज, फुल 2 वर्किंग डेज देंगे, तो मैं आपको आज मॉर्निंग दोगे तो कल इवनिंग शाम को मैं आपको दे सकता हूँ. दिस इज माय अर्लीस्ट time delivery, depending upon the product what you take, but this is the earliest what you in your category. He was so impressed and he bought it. So when it comes to a simple story, this is the story that you need to know that what you want online cannot be completely washed out, but online cannot completely wash out the offline itself.
Right.
So definitely हमारा store, हमारा product ऐसा है, you need touch, feel, comfort and everything. So I
I think
think
it's
Aapko, you
also
will
a
be
very
having a better idea now.
subjective topic, online and offline. I think everything has its own pros and cons, but I'm glad that online has really helped you in the pandemic and you've done really good business. And I think the story which you were narrating also speaks more about the USP, according to me, like you have these wide range of products that you were talking about and the kind of inventory you have in your store. Also, the time delivery, it's so important because right now, in today's generation, people do not have patience to wait for anything, be it a smaller product, be it a bigger product. They do not have patience. Aaj dekha, aaj hi lena hai. And third thing, I think what is very important
Exactly.
and your best USP is the kind of knowledge that you and your staff and your team holds. Because whenever you buy something, I think a product knowledge is very important, right? Unless you do not know anything about the product, you would not be in that position to sell that product. Okay, so this also becomes one
Exactly.
of your plus points. So Amar, they're amazing. I think you have like some really, really good USPs. So before we go to our next question, we have a lot of viewers who have joined in. So I want to just welcome all our viewers who have just joined in. Once again, a very warm welcome. I would request each and every viewer to just glue because we have some really amazing, insightful knowledge that Amar has been sharing, and I'm sure it's going to interest you as well because it is really interesting to me. Okay, Amar, our next question. So I think since you are in your retail space, okay, I think customer loyalty also plays a very, very important role, right? So what are your views on the customer loyalty when spoken about, especially in the retail segment?
Exactly. See, as I said, we are not a pan-India brand. Okay. We are a brand which is nearby area where we have our own set of customers. So basically, so far I would have served more than 50,000 plus eyewears. But customer loyalty is definitely there. If there is no customer loyalty, now definitely an individual store like us cannot run. Okay. And at least for not so many years. Now, why customer loyalty is important to any business and how can we create that? See, customer is loyal to you only. See, there are many reasons of your customer coming back to you. Okay, so there would be a customer ka ek cycle hota hai. So there is a customer in our. I'm talking about a specific. So our turnaround is almost around 1.5 year or 2 years. An average person comes. Okay, so if I assume that, so we take an example of that guy only. So 2014 में थे वो, 2022 था. Bhale he has said me that he has not made glasses anywhere, but I'm sure he would have because it cannot last for 8 years. There would be some changes. There would be some problem with the glasses and all those. He made it somewhere else, for sure. Somewhere else. I'm sure about it. Then when he wanted to make one more, so he was not happy with that. First of all, he might be not happy with me. So he tried something else. Okay. Then he was not happy with that person also. So he tried something else. Okay. He was not happy over there also. Then he came back to me. Okay. So ये एक cycle घुमा customer का. Okay. So he coming back to me was various reasons what we have discussed. Okay. So there are few things where customer loyalty is there. You should always, I believe my customer reputations are 70%. So I have 70% of my people coming back to me. There are 30% new wearers which comes. So the 30% which are drop out, okay, I assume there would be 2-3% people who are not satisfied with our services, a product, or whatever reason. Maybe at times एक पर्सनल टच भी होता है कि नहीं नहीं बनाना है तेरे से, तो ऐसा भी होता है. सो देर इज एन फेलियर रेशियो विद एवरी इंडस्ट्री. ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कि मेरे सारे कस्टमर सेटिस्फाइड है, देन ही इज डूइंग समथिंग रियली वेरी रॉन्ग. So there is a 1 or 2% which might be not happy with us. Okay, so we see the larger picture जहाँ पे we feel that के जो dropouts हो रहे हैं, तो if I assume there are 28% dropout or 30% dropout, out of this 2%, I assume that they are not satisfied with me or my shakal or anything. Can be many reasons. तो उसको क्यों नहीं आना है मेरे पास? But जो 28% नहीं आ रहे, उसके बहुत सारे reasons हो सकते हैं. First thing is, ये would I have got something better or something different than what he was expecting from me. Maybe they have shifted. They are not wearing glasses anymore. Many things can happen in that way. But the 70% people come to me just because they are nearby. I'm giving them comfort, what they want. There are people still they are staying here, they have shifted somewhere else, but they still feel coming over here. If not, then maybe if they're doing somewhere with the other optician also, they call me. They, मैं ये ले रहा हूँ, is it okay? Are you because at times happen they cannot travel to our place and they are somewhere else. But they call, we talk to the optician also. Boss, this is what he's been wearing. Keep him into that category. Either you can upgrade him, or maybe you can tell him what option, other option you have. तो ये होता है, कस्टमर लॉयल्टी बिल्टअप करने को टाइम लगा था डेफिनेटली. When my first customer came back, when he made glasses, okay, it was within 6 months he came back, okay, just because he broke the glasses. I was happy कि मेरे कस्टमर रेपुटेशन चालू है, फुटफॉल वापस चालू हो रहा है, सेम पीपल आर कमिंग बैक, सो आई एम डूइंग समथिंग गुड. सो वो एक बूस्टर मिलता है आपको एक. एंड दिस इज हाउ इट इज. सो नाउ आई, एज आई सेड, according to me, in my this thing, for any individual store like us, customer loyalty is the only key which helps us to grow more. Customer loyalty, और मे बी अब मेरा मार्केटिंग मेरा कस्टमर ही है और कोई नहीं कह सकता है. ये रिस्पेक्टिव मैं कितना भी फेसबुक पेज पे कितना भी फैंसी चीज डालू, इंस्टा पे कितना फैंसी चीज डालू, आई डू मेनी, कुछ भी मैं करूँ, बट माई कस्टमर, इफ समबडी टेल्स यू, इफ समबडी रिफर्स यू, यू आर गोइंग टू गो एंड विजिट दैट स्टोर वंस, एटलीस्ट वंस. फिर आप भले उससे लो नहीं लो, बट आप एक बार आते हो. दैट्स व्हाट वी वांट. यू वांट जस्ट टू कम वंस, यू एक्सपीरियंस आई थिंक. एंड बिलीव मी, our way of selling is little different. It's more of a counseling. We sell the product. Definitely, I'm doing a business. I make profit. I tell everyone, but I make profit. It's a win-win situation. When you come, even you should be satisfied, and even I, by the end of the day, even I should have a job satisfaction. Right. So basically, this is what I believe. Customer loyalty is a very key point of my success, and thanks to all my customers who've been coming to me from 2005, and they're still coming.
Amazing. I think also customer loyalty will also help any business survive and sustain in the market. Like you said, a lot of
Exactly.
business also comes from referrals, and you think your customer are your biggest asset. Talking about marketing, you spoke about marketing. I'm sure you're doing a lot of online media. You're doing Instagram, you're doing Facebook, okay? But I also believe you are also into a networking group, of course, and you and me share a very common networking V and I. Okay, I want to know your views on how these, not because we are in the same chapter, but as a business point of view, okay, I want to know that how these networking groups, okay, help a retail segment again to either scale their business or maybe have more customers. So how has your experience been in the networking and how it has helped or added more value to your products or business? From a marketing perspective.
So, okay, so yes, Forum, we are into the same group and we've been knowing each other from last 3 or 4 years maximum. So now the thing is, as I said, my business comes through referrals. Simple. I told you the first question. The BNI is all about referral only. So it's about networking. So when you network, you get to know more people. When you have more people knowing you, or you know more people, you have more of a connects to you. You have your contact list going on big. So what happened is, you intend to get now in terms of very simple. It's not only helped me in a professional life, but it has helped me in personal life also. So there is a personal growth. There are few changes what we made. At times we make mistakes. At times, so being a boss, I'm not answerable to anyone, right? So being a boss, I'm not answerable to my staff and all this. So हमें कोई सिखाता नहीं है कुछ चीजें. Okay, there was no school of someone teaching you like this. Okay, you do good MBA support, लेकिन आपको कोई आपका mistake कैसे correct करना या process कैसे set करना, it's a standard process, but according to your business. So when we are into this group, how this group has helped me, let it be little professional. So in terms of business, my business, I'm sure I have scaled up certain things in back end पे. मेरे को जो काम नहीं करता था, I started, to be very honest, I never used to take feedback from my customer. I started taking feedback because somebody from our group or maybe from the other group told me feedback is very important. How would you come to know what are you doing, or maybe if you are not there, what is your staff doing, or what is the quality problem? So feedback lena chalu kara tha. We never knew that there are testimonials, there are people who can come and talk about you. So we had that. Genuinely speaking, after joining this, ye online pata chala, social media pata chala, how good they are. There are people along with it. So I was only knowing my business. मैं मेरे business में hero था, सब कुछ कर रहा था. लेकिन how others are doing business, we don't know. How they are scaling up themselves, we don't know. So when you hear a success story of anyone, we hear so many success stories into the group. आज ये था, ये था. So one connect can change the entire life. And this is the platform. And since being a global platform, being a professional platform, it feels proud to be a member of BNI. Definitely, there are so many networking listing, but I never knew before 5 years. Also, I never knew how many networkers are there this year. Now, in next, I've been completing 5 years. I've almost completed 5 years actually in BNI. And this 5 years, I have 400 extra people knowing me personally. where I can call them and I can do anything. So I have done scalability point of view in my business. I made a website from a BNI guy. I made a social media from BNI guy. I made my some printing options from BNI guy. In fact, my entire store has been renovated by a BNI guy during pandemic, and he was so helpful. So this is like a small uptight trusted people are there with you. So definitely it has helped me a lot.
I think it's a very
In
win.
fact, it is helping everyone.
I think it's helping everyone. I think it's a very win-win
Yes,
situation. We not only approach for business, but I think a lot of vendors are also, like you said, the entire store, your
correct.
rebranding, everything is it's within the BNI, it's within the network that you have been. So what you give is what you get as well. All right, Amar, I think it
Exactly.
was a very, very amazing session, a very insightful session, knowing from you and knowing from an expert from you. But before we end this, Amar, this amazing session, of course, I don't want to end this as so early. But since we are on the end of the show, what would that one thing that you would want to leave the audience? The audience are glued from the time they have joined, and I think you need to leave them with one positive thing or one thing that you would want to tell them before we end this session.
Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. Uh, Good you asked me this question. So the entire show, whatever we did, whatever was talking, forget eye to eye, forget BNI, forget house of website also. To be very sorry with you. But why the reason is, generally speaking, to if anybody is watching now who is going to live watch later or whatever it is, India is suffering from a very bad stage of eyewear. Okay. India is a growing market. People here don't feel like doing an eye test. It is very shameful when you do a full body checkup also at times वो eye test का इतना छोटा सा part रखता है. Okay, this is the reality. Okay, so I would suggest there are few points. I'll take 2 minutes more, so please don't get bored. This is the most important part. आप बाकी का सारा delete करो, I don't mind, but this is something which I would like to talk about. So please, everyone, you have glasses or you don't have your glasses, please check your eyesight once a year for sure. This is something what has been ignored. इंडिया एक ऐसा कंट्री है जहाँ पे एक ऑप्टिशियन फ्री आई टेस्ट भी करता है. ठीक है, तो आप एक प्रिलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशन एक ढंग का ऑप्टिशियन कर सकता है. इट्स नॉट ओनली आई टू आई. एनी गुड ऑप्टिशियन विल डू. एनी गुड ऑप्टिशियन, go to a good optician. Please check your eyesight. If he's charging, also give him a nominal charges. He's charging less than the any ophthalmologist. You have major issues, definitely visit any ophthalmologist. These are the things which is to be done every year. Remember, there is nothing, you cannot reverse any sort of injury or something in your eyes. It's the most complex organ. That's a window to the world. The eye is your window to the world. So make sure that it has been taken care like anything. 3 4 points which you need to check if you have a child at home who is from 5 to 10 years and you feel that you don't want to go to the doctor and nothing like that, you can do it the test at home also of small steps. 5 years, 6 years, don't read so fast. Don't read. They don't recognize masti ke mood mein hote. But parents, friends can do something. You can individually check the eyes. Definitely, you can know how the vision is. If a child is going too close and reading, squinting your eyes, these are the small steps which has been ignored by so many parents. I know that. Believe me, when these parents come to me, I tell them it is not the child ignorance, it is your ignorance. So, because anything below 10 years, to be very honest, this is very simple. Anything below 10 years, if you have any sort of a low vision or something like that, there are chances of you regaining it back. There are chances of you to get the vision back rather than waiting it after 10, 12 years and then realizing. So I have many patients coming to me, 25th के एज में उसको पता चला हाइला ये आंख से तो मुझे दिख ही नहीं रहा है, मतलब ये अभी नहीं, ये सालों से नहीं दिख रहा है सर, ओवरनाइट पावर नहीं आता इतना. So this is how, because it was an ignorance, what is not there. एक साल हो गया आपने टेस्ट नहीं किया. So this is the special instruction. Secondly, people who are diabetic, okay, their diabetes are not in this thing controlled, or maybe whatever it is, control में हो या ना हो, you need to visit an ophthalmologist. You need to get your retina checked regularly because it is something which can give you trouble over a period of time. So these are small things. There are many things what people need to see. Glaucoma history है आपके घर पे, कहीं पे भी किसी को भी glaucoma हुआ था, if you remember, make sure you are checking a glaucoma test is done properly, because glaucoma is something which has been not so much in India, but it is there in India. Okay, it's an hereditary disease. You can lose your vision within 7 days. Till the time you realize कि मेरा glaucoma है, ये है, your vision will come like this. So this is how it is. So these are few points which I would really like people to go and do. And most important, last thing will wind up after this. The last thing is the world is on computer. We are digital. Okay. Computer hai, mobile hai, even the lights which are there nowadays in our stores, at our home, whatever it is, all are very high energy lights. We need you to take some sort of protection. So any computer user, they have glasses or they don't have. So people having glasses, make sure you go to your optician and make a special lenses for computers. There are glasses, not only anti-glare and blue blockers, there are special stress lens also what you need to make it. Okay, there are good opticians who keep this. There are good companies which make this. So एक कंप्यूटर यूजर के लिए सिंपल सा बात बता रहा हूँ. Remember a simple law of 20-20-20. Okay, few people would be knowing what I'm talking about. So every 20 minutes, try to take a break of 20 seconds to look at 20 feet away. It's a basic, simple science. 20-20-20. If you want, you can stick it to your computer. We have smartphones. You can always have this thing. So if you are a hardcore user of a computer, I would really like to know that प्लीज आप उसका 20-20-20 का इस्तेमाल करो. बहुत इजी चीज है, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. आप स्मार्टफोन यूजर हो, 20 मिनट्स नहीं करते तो 30 मिनट्स करो. लेकिन आप खड़े हो, दूर बाहर निकलो, विंडो के बाहर देखो, जितना मैक्सिमम दूर देख सकते हो 20-30 सेकंड के लिए. दिस विल नॉट गिव यू अ computer vision syndrome. So this is how you can actually have some good healthy eyes. So our purpose is to have a good healthy eyes. If not, then please take care of it. That's the most complex organ you have in your body. Remember, after brain, it's your eyes.
Yes.
Last message, if you want to delete everything, you can do it, but not this part.
Thank you, Amar. I think that was very useful and very insightful. All those viewers that we have today, I hope that you guys have taken the note of the best eye care coming from the best expert or from eye to eye optician. And next time when you know you want to buy an eyewear, you know where to go. Amar is situated at Malad West, opposite Greens Hotel. His store name is Eye to Eye. Further details will be put in the chat box. You can make a note. Thank you. This was the end of an amazing session with an amazing eye care practitioner, Amar J. Shah. Thank you, Amar, for your time. It was an honor to interview you and have some amazing insights on the eye care, eyesight from the eye to eye optician. Till the next time.
Thank you, Forum. Thank you, Forum, for inviting me and doing such a great thing. Thank you.
See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.